great to have you. I got to tell you, nothing pops quite like when you sit down and you've got the script Syracuse.
Color orange?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Looks good.
That's exactly right. Fellas, we just talked to Coach Autry, and he talked about, year 1 to year 2. Everything about this program right now feels like the rise is happening. You're inside the building each and every day. How are you guys different from last year, and how could that lead you to where you want to be, March Madness?
Yeah, I think just the makeup of our team is different. This year I feel like we have good spacing on the floor. We have some really good shooters. So it's just going to make our play style even more easy, just making plays for each other, and just driving lanes are opening up for each other. So.
Just to lead off what JJ saying, I just think we got a bunch of older guys and from a bunch of programs who have won. I mean, Eddie Lampin, Colorado, he's been to the tournament 3 times, so it's nothing new to him.
By the way, your biggest fan is right here at this table.
Now, this dude has been gushing about you.
I think you're the best shooter in the league.
I am.
I think you.
Best shooter in the country.
Yeah, I think you're the best. I mean, if you're the best shooter in ACC, you got to be up there. So
that's true.
I did your all's Louisville game last year. I love the way you play with so much balance and all that. I'm just going to skip you, Jeff.
That's good. You skip
Jaquan Carlos, for both of you guys. I mean, he averaged 6.5 assists a game. Ball didn't pop that much last year. Let's be honest. Judah would, dribble the air out of the ball. I think the ball's going to move more this year. You're going to have more driving lanes. You're going to be more open because he can put pressure on the rim. How has Carlos kind of changed the dynamic of what you guys do offensively? In the summer, anyway.
Yeah. As you said, he's a really good playmaker, facilitator. And that's what he showed at his old school. But at the same time, he can get a bucket. He can score.
Sure.
So, he's going to play a big role for us, just as far as his abilities on the court. And like you said, he can pass to anybody on the court and make plays. So.
Yeah. I mean, JC, obviously, I think he averaged, 6 assists, 7 assists last year. Mm-hmm. So, pass first type of guy. And he always leads that way. When it comes to working with his team or, getting his team back in shape, everybody's always involved. Like when you watch his teams play in practice, everybody's involved. It's not just one person scoring.
I feel like the country in this league needs Syracuse to be good again, like really good. You guys feel that a little bit too on campus? Like, last year, you guys haven't been there that long, but still, like, you got to get this thing back. Like the Syracuse brand means so much to college basketball, and if you guys can get it back, man, I don't know, there's just something about it. Yeah. You feel that?
Yeah, that's what we're striving for, because at the end of the day, that's what we know we're capable of, especially with this year's team, the leadership that we have, the experience that we have, and just everybody buying into the winning mindset. So that's hopefully that we keep trending into that direction. We had a good year last year where we had 20 wins, but we're not satisfied. We feel like we can do more, and at the end of the day, we had 20 wins, but we didn't make the tournament. So if
you get
that means
it going,
nothing.
The Dome, there's no better place to play.
Exactly.
I mean, nothing holds more, right? And they all show up when you get it going. Right. It's the best. I mean, one of the best home courts advantage in the country.
Right.
It is. I mean, I've been there for the last 3 years, so obviously trying to get back to the tournament is our main goal. And I think we came a little bit short of that, just not getting a couple of those easy wins. I wouldn't say easy, but just a couple of more wins that we needed last year. But I definitely feel it. It's my 3rd year here, and I know what being in the orange means to everybody in Syracuse, so definitely want to get back to the tournament and keep winning.
What have you guys seen from Donnie Freeman so far in the summer and the fall?
Monster.
Go ahead.
I would just say he's a monster. Definitely 6'10", monster. It's going to be hard to deal with him just because of how athletic he is. And I think a lot of people don't know is he can actually put the ball on the floor. For us, he'll rebound, push it, he'll make a play. So I think that's what a lot of people are going to be interested in seeing is watching him really play basketball. He's raw talent.
Right.
Who's he like? Give me a comparison to an NBA player for him, if you got one, either of you.
How do I want to put this without being disrespectful to the NBA player? Because I know this NBA player. I would say he plays if I want to put a college player, I want to say how athletic he is. I want to say Blake Griffin.
Really?
Like that's who I really
Like old
wanna
school
see.
Blake Griffin?
Like old school Blake Griffin in Oklahoma.
Hit your head on the backboard, Blake Griffin.
Like
That-
jumping
I don't know,
up,
he's
jumping off a
bouncing.
trampoline.
Yeah, but then if you progress, like he can put it on the floor too. So that's why I want to lean a little bit more from that, for sure.
Hey, you know who? When I asked Mike Bray about you a couple years ago, he actually compared you to my favorite basketball player ever of all time. None of these guys will ever have heard of him. You probably even heard this name. It was Andrew Toney. You ever hear him compare you to him?
No, I
No?
never.
Andrew Toney.
Did you ever
was,
hear of Andrew Toney?
I've heard the name before.
Andrew Toney, I'm telling you, if he had stayed healthy, he would have been a Hall of Famer. Played for the Sixers.
Okay.
Charles Barkley said he was the best player he ever played with. He was that good. He had ankle injuries, but he was so explosive. First step, ridiculous. Some of those same things you have in your game. What's the biggest thing that we're going to see out of you this year that maybe we didn't last year?
Definitely a ramp up on the explosiveness, as you said, and just my shooting. That's all I've been doing, this summer, this off season. Just being in the gym, getting extra shots up, making sure everything feels right, and then also defensively, just using my athleticism and my length. I have a 6'9", 6'10" wingspan. I'm like 6'4", so being able to guard, multiple perimeter guys, and just keeping the ball in front of me. So I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that.
How fast can you guys play in transition? Because
yeah.
you grab one, and there's not many people that can grab a rebound or get an outlet pass, and you're down the floor so fast.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a part that you take pride in. With guys that are willing to release the ball this year, that's going to be an added element to Syracuse, I'm assuming.
Yeah, for sure. That's how Coach Red wants us to play. He wants us to play fast. Even if the opposing team scores, we're getting the ball out and we're pushing it. He doesn't want to call plays. Our best offense is transition and getting open look for each other. So,
I got to ask Chris Bell this question. What's the difference between your first practice under Jim Boeheim and your first practice under Red Autry?
I would say the difference is the coaching is a little different, right? So Coach B is kind of like an old style coach. So you come in, you do your drills, and then a lot of him conditioning is playing. So you play 5-on-5. Like that's how our practices work. We worked in zone, like we practice that way. We play 5-on-5 full court for 45 minutes to an hour most of the time.
Have you had to recalibrate the brain from the 2-3 zone book?
No chance. I still have that locked in.
That never leaves you.
Always. It's a part of Syracuse basketball. I think it's going to be around forever anyways. But and then when it comes to Coach Red, I would just say it's more we got drills, and then we play man-to-man as well. And then we also run faster on the offensive end. So it's just a different style of coaching that I think we've adjusted to coming in the second. It's my third year now, so just adjusting to it.
And you got shoot-arounds now, right?
Yes.
You got shoot-arounds where, you can sleep in before. It's a little different.
Yeah, I think a little part of that too is the ACC is a little faster than what the Big East used to be with Boeheim. So the 2-3, like you would walk it up, you'd play offense. A lot of ISO ball for Boeheim back in the day. Yeah. Like now, ACC moves the ball quicker. You're trying to get up the floor. Some of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, the great thing is, it's the only game in town. I mean, that's the cool part of it, right? Huge school, the only game in town. Everyone knows who you guys are. There's that pressure.
It's a great place.
Right? I mean, you like that pressure? I mean, you have it this year. Everybody, I think we all feel like, hey, this is the year to get back. This is the year to get back to the tournament and be a program that we're watching every game. Yeah,
I feel like there's not any pressure because at the end of the day, we're buying into what we have on the court and what we see in each other, rather than listening to outside noise. Because at the end of the day, we want to win games. That's going to make everybody look better. And at the end of the day, it's fun to win. So, we're working hard. Yeah, we're working hard, putting our best foot forward. And with that comes, more fans and a better environment, and just overall just more fun. So.
Hey, Chris, Red said that you shot 82% from 3 in practice this spring. 82%?
Yes, sir.
Is that good?
It's not terrible.
Is that good?
Last but not least, I ask a random question to all the players, or try to. If the four of us went out and played 21, who would you take?
I'm going to have this. He's pointing at himself.
Oh, my God. He picked Rob.
He looks determined.
My man played at Clemson.
Yeah, he looked determined. Come on
He's
now.
a hell of a shooter.
That's just a ridiculous question all the way up.
He looked disrespected.
It's just a wild thing.
He might not.
Hey, next game you guys have that I call, I'm out there.
All right.
Fellas,
I've seen your shoot around. I'm in the mix.
All right.
he might not have hair, but he got game.
He got
Thanks, guys.
Thank
He's
you.
also
Thanks,
the
fellas.
president of the Chris Bell fan club.
That's right.
Yes, he is. Yeah, Terrence.
Yeah, I can't believe that. He
I
said
shot- I shot
he said that
86%
you're his
or
favorite
something.
player
I know,
in
and
the
you
country.
did-
You just picked me to win.
Right. Because you were pointing
I
at
like
yourself.
I know.
Well,
You
you
sold
have
it.
you
You
have
sold
beaten
it.
him in Papa Shot.
Yes, I have. I'm 3-1 in shooting contests against him.